Hi, I'm Sophia with Give Us the Floor, a by teen for teen organization meant for young people to share their stories and experiences. Recently, I got to interview Soraya Shockley, a freshman in college who has done a lot of work with youth radio, was awarded the Youth of the Year award in Albany, and has even been featured on NPR's Perspective. I just want to thank Soraya so much again for letting me interview her, and I hope you guys enjoy the interview.
A fear I have is I really believe in what I put in and obviously put out. There's always negative feedback that comes in, because there's always someone that's going to disagree. How you deal with negative or just feedback.
Yeah, I got to actively see people's reactions to my work. And it's both awesome because you get really nice people that love your stuff. And it can also totally be a blow to the ego. Some people just disagree with you, which is fine. That's never been an issue for me. I think as a writer and as a journalist, you have to be open to disagreement. Otherwise, you're just not doing your job, right? You're not perfect. And there have been times where I've read comments and I'm like, I didn't think of it that way. And those are great. There have been a couple comments that are just rude and unnecessary. You think to yourself, why did you feel the need to tell me this? It's not constructive in any way. Those are things that I just ignore. You're just never going to have people 100% agree with you. If you're willing to stand behind your work, I think that's what matters. You don't have to read the comments. Yeah, it's pretty. You have to be a glutton for punishment if you want to actually read your comments.
Yeah. Preparing for to have to back up and then just at one point just blocking out the haters.
Yeah, but I've never responded to anything that seemed non-constructive or hateful. For me, what journalism and what writing is really for is building a dialogue. And if we're just going to hate on each other, I see no practical purpose in that. But every writer is their own person.
Total props for that. I know I am definitely sometimes a victim of I need to get the last word in.
Do you respond?
Yeah, occasionally. I try not to. I get a lot of comments about my age. You're so young, you can't have these experiences. And that for me always gets me because it's experiences are not bound by age.
I totally agree with you on the age front. I mean, what you've experienced is what you've experienced. You do not need time or and even if you do change your mind over time, that's a fine thing to acknowledge. You know, your opinions are valid no matter your age. I also really don't understand that perspective, mostly because almost every teenager or young person that I've ever met in my life wants to be heard and wants to have their opinion responded to, validated, and interacted with. So the argument that you're too young, coming from people who are older, who have been in our place, who have been in the spot to want to be heard, is very confusing. To try to put a muzzle on a young voice that's trying to speak their truth why would someone do that? I don't think there's many valid reasons out there.
I'd be interested in hearing the argument rather than just no.
It's not a debate if you're just shutting down, a young voice is a strong voice, period.